you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Also turn the notification bells on so y'all can be notified when your girl uploads another video. Okay, so first things first, ignore my voice. It's been a little minute since I woke up and I still sound like this. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, so if you're watching this because you want to know my experience with both getting a nose piercing and also getting the Brazilian wax. Stay tuned. So first things first, with the nose piercing, I got it on December the 21st, 2019. My nose piercing was $40.
$40.
Yes, it was $40. Even with the stud or the hoop, it's still $40. The reason why I got the hoop is because eventually I was going to want the hoop. If I did start out with the stud, I was like, why not start out with the hoop? I honestly did not know that you can start out with the hoop first. She asked me, she was like, the stud or the hoop? And I was like, didn't know you can do that. But I was like, yeah, I want the hoop. My personal opinions on the hoop, I feel like it is kind of sort of too big for my nose. That's just my opinion because I do have a small nose. Why I got a nose piercing? I got one because I wanted something different. My boyfriend was talking about getting me a nose piercing for like a week because he was like, I want to see you with your nose pierced. And I feel like if your dude say he want to see you with anything, he got to pay for it. It did hurt. I don't know why people say it don't hurt, but it did hurt. It really did hurt me. I have a zero tolerance for pain. No, I do not take pain well. But we went to go get it. When I first walked in and I went to the desk, she was like, basically, what are you here for? She said like that, but she, you know, how can I help you and stuff like that. And I was like, I want my nose pierced. So she gave me a form to fill out and I filled it out. She took me back to the room. She was like, she made sure that that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted my hoop. She did make sure I was comfortable. She sat me down in a chair. She disinfected, you know, my nose. She cleaned, you know, the area. She asked me where I wanted to pierce now, you know, what side. And, you know, right is my good side. So I was like, yeah, I want it right. She marked it with a black dot or whatever. And she got these, they're not tongues, but, you know, for it to hold my nose and make sure, you know, that everything was centered, everything was in place. She was like, relax your face. She had to keep telling me to relax my face. She got the needle, y'all. And she was like, I'm just going to line it up. She didn't line up nothing. The only thing she lined up was that needle inside my nose. She just stuck it through my nose. I had gripped this lady's hand. I did not know I did that. She had to tell me to let her hand go. I was like, let her hand go, Jay. Like, she was like, I can't do it and make sure it's centered in the right spot if you got my hand. But when it went through my nose so much, tears came out of my eyes. On a scale from like 1 to 10, I would say it was 7 because I did cry. I wouldn't even give it a whole 10 because I was laughing at the same time. Weird, right? When she did put the hoop in, she let it sit for a little and then she put the ball on. I did feel blood trickling out of my nose, and I don't know if it was because I'm anemic or what, but like my nose had bled a lot, and then I started feeling like really sick. With the tips for like cleaning and stuff, before you clean, you want to make sure your hands are washed with antibacterial soap, and then you want to use some mild unscented soap on your nose. And when you do it, you don't want to let it sit for no more than 30 seconds. Don't use a towel. Use a paper towel to clean around it because a towel will snag onto your nose piercing and eventually it might just pull it out. You want to clean it at least once or twice a day, no more than 2 times. With the healing process, it might take 2 months or 4 months, just depending on your skin type, texture, especially if you have keloid skin. Don't touch your face. I was rubbing my face the other day and I like brushed the nose piercing like that way, and y'all, it really did hurt. It was hard my first night of going to sleep because I sleep on this side and I sleep with my arm, you know, over my face. Do not rotate your jewelry. Do not use hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol on it. You do not want to cause any type of infections. Do not go swimming, nowhere, lake, pool, nothing. No perfume, makeup, hair color, no dyeing your hair, no none of that if you have a facial piercing. I just got these notes from their piercing guide. Even though I'm a dramatic person, I can honestly say that my piercing did hurt. Since I'm done with this nose piercing, let me go ahead and tell you my experience on my Brazilian wax. A Brazilian wax is basically your bikini line, your whole vagina, your butthole, all of that. You feel me? All of that. So with my experience, the wax did cost $45. I went to the wax strip. They give you this pamphlet. They give you this as well with the prices, and this have the packages on it, the before and after care. So after I finally said that I wanted a Brazilian wax, she was like, you know, basically how long have you let it grow out? And I was like, 3 to 4 weeks. That was a generous amount of hair. It was like super thick. And I heard that the more hair it is, the more it hurt. But it's also good to have a lot of hair. So, I mean, I was conflicted. So after I signed in, I was directed to a room. On the table, it has the waxing, and then it had baby wipes to wipe yourself off before you get started. She was like, you know, use the baby wipes to wipe yourself off. You know, you want to get undressed from the waist down. And also when you get done, lay on the table. And I wiped myself off. I got undressed. I laid on the table, and it had like this little paper towel, and y'all, I went ahead and put it over me. If you're not comfortable with somebody else looking at your cuckoo, do not go get a wax, because you have to literally sit on the table with both of your feet touching, and spread them legs wide, baby. Spread them legs. She came in and she was just like, you know, she made sure that I was getting the Brazilian wax. She made sure I was comfortable. She made sure that my feet and legs were in a good position. She told me, yeah, your first time, it will hurt. They don't sugarcoat nothing with you. You know, she told me, like, yeah, her first time hurt it. But I really don't want anybody doing something on me that they haven't had themselves. I would want them to know how the pain feels so they can be understanding when I act the fool. She went ahead and warmed the wax up. First stroke really did hurt, but honestly I can say that any line actually hurted less than, you know, that top area. Like, that part was the thickest and it hurt more. I'm not gonna lie, I left like this much hair right there because it hurt. Like, on every section that they wax, make sure that they put baby oil before they, you know, do it, and that actually did help soothe mine a little, but not, you know, not a lot. She did my bikini lining, and then she went towards, you know, the top area, and I let her, she did stop for a while in the top area, and she did come back to it because it was really hurting that, and you don't want somebody to keep hurting that same spot over and over, right? So she went ahead and went to my lips and the outer, you know, the inner thighs close to my vagina area. She did go to that part, and that, I'm gonna honestly tell you, I thought my lips was gonna hurt more than anything. Your lips actually hurt less. She actually told me that your butthole, that hair hurts less than anything, but I didn't let her do it because it was hurting too bad. So she did my lips. It's just like 2 strokes right there on each side. With the bikini lining, I think it's 1 stroke on that side and then 1 stroke on your other side. And then it's like right at the top by your stomach, like below your stomach. So like that whole top area right there, they get that too. Like I said, I did ask her to leave some hair right there because at my top part, because I just could not take it. And another thing, just like with the lady who did my piercing, they will trick you, but it's a good thing that they trick you because you do not, I'm gonna honestly say, you do not want to know when they are going to take their hair off. You do not want to know. Me and her was talking, and she ended up just snatching it off, and I was like, whoa, like my body like literally lifted off the bed. I was like, like, it really did hurt, and that's your first time and your hair is thick. I heard your second time don't hurt as much because your hair is actually thinner. My vagina was very sore. She was really nice about it. She was really calm with me. She was really patient with me. But I'm not getting another wax ever again. Afterwards, I did wipe myself off with aloe vera gel and some type of oil. On a scale from 1 to 10 about my wax, I would give it a 6 because it did hurt. And the pain did go away after like a few seconds. Tips: before you go, you want to let it grow 2 weeks from your last shave, or 3 weeks from your last time using there. You want to be dry when you go, so like no lotion. You want to make sure you're comfortable, so that means like wear loose clothing. I wore tights and no underwear, so because you don't want nothing tugging or pulling on that hair before you go. Don't trim. No matter how much hair you have down there, do not trim because they will leave like broken hairs, And if they want you to be trimmed, they will trim you themselves. They say to exfoliate. I did not exfoliate whatsoever. No diving, no going to the swimming pools, no large bodies of waters, because your follicles will be exposed to any bacteria from that water, just like with your nose piercing. So don't be afraid to ask any questions. I did inbox my sister and ask her how much hair. I did DM her on Instagram, like how much hair, like, you know, just make sure you're comfortable. And aftercare, it did burn a little. It was very extremely sensitive, and it was like really irritated down there. It was extremely red. You would have smooth skin for like at least 1 or 2 weeks. Give it like 1 or 2 weeks before you start seeing hair. Do not touch freshly waxed skin. You want to take a shower, you do not want to take a bath. I did wait until I got into the shower to actually, you know, clean it, but even then I still didn't touch it. I just like spread make sure water and stuff goes down there, you know, stuff like that. So I did make sure like the next day when I did bathe that I cleaned thoroughly down there, because there was still strips of like wax down there, and then I still had hair at the top a little, so it was like wax still kind of stuck in there, but it wasn't a lot though. I'm just now starting to see ingrown hairs, and this is like, tomorrow will actually make a week that I've had my wax. No bumps, thank God, no bumps. So I guess I took care of myself really good. I'ma just honestly say that I'm never in my life going to get a wax or my nose pierced again. I do want a bar, but other than that, I'm not. If y'all have any questions for me, please drop them down in the comment section below. If you want to know anything else about it, please let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also turn the notification bells on. If you have any more type of videos that y'all want me to do or y'all want me to talk about, please let me know down in the comment section below. And your girl is out.